Some chilly temperatures on tap today, but temperatures are actually going to start to moderate as this week goes on. As we take a look at the jet stream, we are expecting kind of a zonal flow where the jet stream pretty much cuts across the country. No big rises, no big dips. That will start to change, though, as we head toward next weekend. In fact, a big trough is going to start making its way down the East Coast by Friday into Saturday of next week. We do have some rain on tap during that transition. Then we're going to get hit with a shot of colder air for the weekend, but it looks to be short-lived. There's actually some hints from some of the long-range forecast guidance that we look at that there's going to be a significant warm-up following this heading into next week and possibly heading out into the beginning days of March. Taking a look at our daily high temperatures through next Monday, you've got pretty close to normal weather right now through Tuesday through Wednesday. It gets a little bit milder on Thursday, but nothing too wild. We're still hovering around 40 on Friday. We get hit with some 30s over the weekend, but even that is still fairly close to normal for this time of year. Average high in Springfield's about 38. We start seeing a trend above that by about 10 plus degrees beginning on Monday of next week, lasting through most of next week, at least for now. But we're not the only ones thinking that, too. The temperature outlook from February 27th through March 4th, which takes us out through the next 2 weeks, does show a high probability of above normal temperatures for everyone in the eastern U.S. So it does look like we're going to go into a warmer trend as we get ready to wrap up February. We also look to be a little bit wetter than normal during that time, too. We're definitely leaning in that direction. So we could be talking about just an increased risk of precipitation. Right now, dry as a bone out there. Dew points have sank into the single digits below zero, so there is no moisture. Even with that northwest wind looking up toward Buffalo, they're not even dealing with any lake effect anymore. Very dry, very brisk, very chilly for this evening. Then tonight, wind gets a little bit lighter. With clear skies, it's going to be a cold start tomorrow morning. Then Tuesday, featuring more sunshine and much lighter wind. That'll be the trend for the rest of the week, pretty much. But then Thursday, well, Wednesday, we'll see some scattered cloud cover, but Thursday, clouds really start to increase ahead of our next weather maker, which is going to take a run at the area late Thursday night and Friday morning. Now, it might begin as a wintry mix, especially across the hill towns, and this will be the pre-dawn hours on Friday morning. Doesn't look like much, though, and it doesn't look like it will stay that way for long. A gradual change over to rain is expected, so the valley should just be mainly wet. Berkshire's hill towns may end up with some snow accumulation. That'll be something to watch for Friday morning, but then temperatures get milder and everyone goes to rain. Rain will come to an end Friday night. Looks like most of us pick up a quarter to a half an inch, and then we are dry, blustery, and colder again as we hit next weekend. Then the following week, it'll be milder for Monday with some sunshine, but then it looks much warmer and much more unsettled after that. Abby, back to you.